Carly, this is Dan.
Hey, Dan, Randy from Wrangler Tire.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Well, I keep trying to send you guys video of those ball joints that are bad in this Dodge we put in, and I don't know if we're getting there. I talked to Chris yesterday, and I shipped him to his phone number. I don't know whether he got them or not. I tried shortening them as much as I could to where he could still see what was going on.
Could you not just kind of upload them to YouTube, make them private, and shoot a link over?
And yeah, if I could figure out how to do that, I really don't know.
I haven't been notified anything from Chris. He's on lunch for another 20 minutes.
Is
I haven't heard anything from him. Yeah, he goes on lunch from 12 to 1. Let me see here. Did you send it to him yesterday?
Yeah, he emailed me and that
Randy
phone number.
Carlson?
That's me.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, yeah, he sent that over to me yesterday afternoon, and I told him what to tell you, and that was the end of that. So he never got in contact with you?
Not yet, no.
Okay, let me review the video again while I got you on the phone, since I don't even remember. I look at so many things in a day. All right, dodgeball joints from Randy Carlson, looks like. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I told him just to go ahead and have you grease them. Those things are definitely not bad.
You can have that much movement in them?
That is nowhere near a lot of movement. So lateral movement is what the killer is in these ball joints. The upper can actually travel up to about a quarter inch. This movement, this vertical movement, is being allowed by the lower. I show zero lateral there and a little bit of vertical movement. But yeah, I mean, factory tolerance on ball joints is up to 90 thou at this point because, again, vertical movement doesn't cause a problem.
Well, I've got so much in that left side you can hear it knock when you run over bumps.
You can hear it knock. You shouldn't hear it when you're driving if they're greased. That's the thing. The knocking in the ball joints people think is a problem, but the knocking is what makes them pretty much indestructible because they're basically a metal-on-metal wear surface. It's not like a Moog or a factory ball joint where the ball has a piece of urethane snapped around it or something of plastic.
That doesn't last for.
Yeah, exactly. And when the liner wears out, the ball joint's dead because you got lateral movement in it. Well, ours are hardened chromoly wear surfaces. So when you unload the front tires like that, when the truck is off the ground, and then you jam the tire or the pry bar on it, then you're just basically hitting the metal wear surfaces against each other. And when that happens, you get a clunk, but that only happens when there's no grease in them. So if you were to grease those ball joints and then take it for a drive, you wouldn't hear anything clanking around.
So what happens when the grease wears out of there? I mean, we greased them right after we put them in, like you said to do with it up in the air.
Well, yeah, how old is this? Like, how many miles have you had these ball joints in?
Oh, not that long. He's probably only got a couple thousand on them.
Okay. Well, I mean, we tell you to grease them every 5,000. And that should be more than sufficient.
Okay.
So if you hear something knocking around, I highly doubt it's the ball joints because mine do exactly the same thing as yours. And that's the thing, is the play that you see in them, that's the most play that they'll ever have. If you've got a couple thousand miles on them, they're broken in. All the wear surfaces are where they are. The O-rings have all broken in, and everything's good to go at this point. So, yeah, if you just pack some grease in there, then, you should be good to go.
So you're more worried about the tire going in and out at the top than you are up and down.
That's the only thing that anybody's worried about.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you put in factory ball joints, brand new factory ball joints, they'll travel more than you're seeing.
Oh, I know they do that, but yeah, now Dodge has come up with you can have 30 thousandths in and 30 thousandths out, which I totally disagree with.
Which is impossible. You can't get 30 thousandths of lateral out of our ball joints. You have two mating surfaces and races in the upper ball joint, which the factory ones don't have. So, yeah, our ball joints, it'd be impossible to get that kind of lateral play, and I would agree with you. 30 thousandths of lateral is a massive amount of lateral play.
Yeah, well, they're saying 60, 30 in, 30 out.
Oh, my God. Yeah, well, that's insane. Yeah, well they went to 60 thou on the lateral. I didn't know that. I know that they went to 90 thou on the vertical.
No, look it up someday. It's a joke.
That's ridiculous. So you could basically have oscillating ball joints in the front end.
You know,
90 thou vertical and 60 thou, side to side. That's a pretty good circle.
Yeah.
And they wonder why they have death wobble problems. That's insane. But no, I mean, you should be getting 0 lateral out of these things. And the vertical, that's probably 30 to 40 thou that you're seeing there.
Yeah, it might be more than that.
Well, from the zoomed-in video that I'm looking at, that's what it looks like. I guess my point is to say that vertical isn't hurting anything, so it's not worth the labor. If that was in my truck, because mine looked just like that, I wouldn't. There's no way I would do the labor to swap those things out because the vertical isn't causing any problems.
Okay.
The lateral is what's problematic. So I would tell you, if you initially grease these ball joints, then it's usually the second or third greasing where they start packing. The first round is more to wear the ball joints in than anything else, and then once you get the grease in there for the second round is when you start getting to oil changes, and you're only getting like 1 pump in the upper and a half pump in the lower because the ball joints actually have plenty of grease in them at this point.
Okay. All right. Very good. We'll give that a shot.
Sounds good, Randy. Take care, bud.
Thanks.
Yep. See ya.
Mm.